today we are back with the top 5, you know.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. We had lots of promotion going on, so we like to give a little bit of visibility, you know, and celebrate the success of the people that got promoted. Today we have top 5. So which top 5 we're talking about, Mark?
It's the top 5 ways to attract talent in the Japan market.
Number 1 is streamline your interview process. Sometimes clients love to have like 10 or 20 interviews, which of course we understand, you know.
Yeah.
We are very selective ourselves when we hire people, so totally understood. However, in Japan specifically, the fight for talent is incredible, is an extremely unbalanced market where there are lots of great companies looking to hire talented people. Unfortunately, there are not enough of those talented people in the market. Therefore, speed in the market is absolutely crucial. And sometimes I think we recommend our clients to, if you cannot avoid to have those interviews, at least try to combine them, you know. So if you have six steps, maybe try to combine a couple together and try to be a little bit faster than your competitor, especially if you're not a household name. You know, if you're not one of those companies that has the luxury of leverage their brand in the market, then maybe you have to be a little bit smarter and try to be a little bit quicker than your competitors.
Make sure you educate head office on the market. The number of candidates that we see fail the final interview, which is maybe a head office interview overseas with someone in the States or Europe or Singapore or wherever. You know, Japan is a very unique market and the candidates are quite different, right? Probably less outgoing, right? More introverted, don't sell themselves in the same way as candidates do in other markets. And sometimes, you know, you get a great candidate who'll fly through the local interview process.
Loved by the local team.
Loved by everybody, only to be flatly rejected by someone, you know, in head office who just has completely different expectations about what kind of person they're going to be hiring. So I think it is really important, crucial for these companies to, you know, really educate head office about what they can expect from candidates.
You know, unless it's totally necessary to have that HQ interview. Of course, if you're a very senior position, of course, you know, like you want to have your HQ involved. If it's a lower level position, like a staff level, does HQ really need to have an interview with this person that is probably never going to speak with HQ anyway? So I think it's, I don't know, just some food for thought, you know, for our clients out there. So number 3 is don't forget to sell.
Sell me that pen, watch, go on.
Again, as I mentioned before, Japan is an extremely candidate-driven market where a lot of clients are fighting for the same candidates, basically, right? So sometimes I think companies, even companies with, again, amazing brands, they forget to sell themselves in Japan where, you know, a good candidate in Japan will have easily 5 or 6 offers on the table to choose from. Don't underestimate how competitive the market can be. And even if you're an amazing company, and even more important, if you're not a household name, you do have to sell yourself. You do have to sell the company culture, the benefit of the company, the career progression. Yourself as a hiring manager as well is extremely important. Otherwise, candidates will go somewhere else simply because they have a lot of choices.
I think it's almost a cultural thing in Japan where traditionally the onus has been on the candidate to explain, even at first interview, to explain to the client why they desperately want to work for the company. And they really want to hear that. And I think that just the balance is missing sometimes where they have that expectation, but maybe forget to actually
also sell themselves, especially again when the market is so unbalanced between supply and demand.
Point number 4 is scare tactics are outdated.
I don't think you'd fit in here.
I have fast food experience.
We still see this with a lot of our clients, unfortunately, where they'll paint an overly bleak picture of the role. Like absolutely worst case scenario. This is going to be terrible. You're going to be working really long hours. The team's awful. Just to almost test the resolve of the candidate and see how committed they are to working for them. But I just think it's a little bit outdated these days. I think it's fine to be realistic, and you should be, but to go overboard just to see if
the person has it.
I think actually ends up putting a lot of candidates off.
It's important to be realistic because as a company you don't want to promise something that in the end you're not going to deliver. But you should also be optimistic and make sure that, again, you portray a positive image of your company, even if, again, it might be a tough situation or a tough job to do, but there's some optimism.
There's always an upside.
So the last point number 5, is focus some PR and marketing activity towards talent acquisition and actually attracting the best candidates in the market.
Yeah.
For maybe B2C company, I think in particular, it's quite easy to have their brand recognized, because you can see them advertised everywhere. However, a lot of companies, they actually don't put any effort or don't spend any money advertising themselves. And I think I get in a market that is so unbalanced where you do need to stand out from the crowd in order to attract the best candidates available on the market. Some clever, attractive PR, we think it could be a determining factor in your company being successful in hiring the best candidates in the market.
Yeah, I mean, think about it from the candidate's perspective. They're going to be presented with anything up to
100 opportunities.
Yeah, it could be 100 opportunities. And they go and maybe some of them they're interested in, they check out the website, and maybe one company has a really cool video on a day in the life, for example, where they can actually see inside the company.
Like us,
Do we?
Like us.
Okay, like us,
right,
yeah.
Like us.
Like us.
That's why all the people apply to Cornerstone.
That's it. You see how I tied all this in cleverly? Yeah. But it is true. People look at that. They look at the Work For Us page should not just be one paragraph. It should be detailed, and you should have an Instagram account. You should have some nice videos on how to how it looks inside the company, and that will give you an edge. And
I think the most important thing is if you do it, I think authenticity is really important. Just to do a corporate PR activity, a corporate video, or a corporate blog, I think it doesn't really cut it anymore. I think, again, to cut through the noise, I think you have to do something that is as authentic as possible, where actually the personality of your company can come through the videos, right? For sure. Hi guys, well listen, we hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoy, what's the video name?
It's the top 5 ways to attract talent in the Japan market.
If you enjoy the top 5 ways to attract talent, top talent in the Japan market, please like, subscribe, and what?
Share.
And share this video.